Well folks, it finally happened. After what felt like a half a year already from the first epic gameplay reveal, we finally got some new footage of Shadow of War to digest. Courtesy of IGN, it's not nearly as long with a running time of maybe like less than 5 minutes, but there's plenty here to dissect. So without further ado, let's get digging. First thing we see is nothing new, some overshots of a ruined city that we saw in the original gameplay reveal, but it's important for some context. The voiceover tells us that this location is actually Minas Ithil, which, if you haven't brushed up on your Tolkien lately, is the soon-to-be keep of the Witch King, also known as Minas Morgul. If we even go back to the original gameplay reveal, Minas Ithil has already been taken over and transformed, implying that this new gameplay we see is actually incredibly early into the story, if not the first location after the tutorial section. After seeing the nice view of the city and interrogating the worm we find on the ground, we get some really good stuff out of the new hierarchy system. At the top here, we have humans defending the keep, with 2 of the new characters from the CG trailer, along with what could possibly be random generated human captains. Well, either that, or the extras are simply pre-made guys who probably aren't going to be surviving this siege. After we reveal the captain we want to go look for, we see a number of things pop up on the screen. First of all, we get the map of the region in the top right of the screen, and on the map we can kind of see what appears to be the keep walls you'll need to defend, as well as the Colosseum in the north shown later in the video. Next, we see the captain in question is actually a commander, and according to the text description on the screen, the commanders always have soldiers with them. Another thing to note here is that the commander is actually from the Mordor clan, similar to our friend Ragdude from trailer 1. If we're to go by info from the first trailer, Mordor clans are all about raiding and pillaging. How fitting that Marauders are actually sacking a city. So moving along, just after shooting the grog barrel on the bridge, which, by the way, we're right here on the map, we get something new. Instead of your normal run, we can now use our focus meter to use Elven Speed anytime we want. Before, in Shadow of Mordor, you'd have to hop over an obstacle and hit the button prompt to get your good burst of speed. But I guess this time around, it's a simple toggle on or off with the left thumbstick. After crossing the bridge, we stop for a second to go into Wraith mode to look for our target. During the camera pan, if you look up at the top of the screen, you'll notice 2 eyes of Sauron on top of roofs. I'm still trying to figure out what these things are, but it could be possible that these might be lookout points similar to the Wraith Towers in Shadow of Mordor, or maybe even perhaps something more sinister. Next, when we zoom into our target, we get another look at the improved UI since the first game. I just like to note here that each strength and weakness has a number associated with it, just like in the first trailer. I mean, is it possible that each strength and weakness has a power level now, meaning that a level 4 daze could last longer than a level 1? Unfortunately, we still don't know yet. Before we move on, one more thing I want to point out is that we now get Elven Sprint prompts every time we climb. So now, scaling walls or any type of building will be a piece of cake, just like in the first trailer. Moving on, past our quick confrontation with the commander, we end up charging to a fight with Uruks against the Gondorian captains and soldiers. Here, we're introduced to our new character Idril, one of the commanders defending the keep in the hierarchy menu from earlier. We follow her while passing by a whole bunch of different areas to get back to the keep walls. Finally, we gotta hold the gate, and we have a new tool in our Wraith arsenal to help out for this. Talion now has access to a massive 2-handed elven wraithglaive, or what appears to be some sort of sword, that can hit multiple Uruks at once. It seems like it's a one-and-done piece of equipment, but Talion does swing again a second time doing a quick summon. Is it a cooldown ability? Is it a combo reward? Who knows? Whatever it is, it's pretty freaking sweet. Here, the video finishes up with a bunch of cuts, but all of them are pretty good to break down one by one. First, we see some sort of cutscene taking place right outside the keep tower. Then there's one of Celebrimbor's barrows, which I guess appears to be some sort of side quest that takes place in multiple tombs. We then get a shot of the city Colosseum located right around here on the map. We then get a great shot of Talion taking control of a siege beast that was first shown in the previous trailer, and of course he uses it to destroy all the opponents below. Finally, we go back to the Colosseum to face off against another captain. This guy, Arhenok, is a mystic, so he's all about that magic like our friend Zorg from the first trailer, but his specialty is being a tank. Taking this naming convention as a whole, you have the type of tribe the captain is from, followed by what kind of captain he is. So for tribes, we've seen Marauder, Mystic, Feral, Terror, Dark, and then the 2 DLC tribes, Slaughter and Outlaw. Captain permutations we've now seen include Commander, Beastmaster, Destroyer, Savage, Necromancer, and now Tank. There's also a tertiary mutator we've only seen a glimpse of, and that's Cursed. but we'll probably get more information later on that and how one becomes cursed. And that, ladies and gents, is as much as I could break down from this new trailer. So let me know what you thought of it in the comments below, and please, let me know if I missed anything. So with that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.